You know, I'm Challenger, I have no life, and I'm Asian, so I probably can get rank 1. Previously on Dragon Balls in My Mouth, we were at 473 LP. Then this happens, and then I win-ish. The next game I play Morgana, and this happens, so he all-ins me, and in this matchup I kinda know when he dashes on me I can get an easy Q on him. Now obviously the black shield was late, and it would have been good if I black shielded after he used his Q and E to like do the stun, but I didn't even do that. There's actually no excuse for it. The only thing I could say is like, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. I have no idea. I guess I'm not used to Morgana mid at all. But yeah, I play Morgana mid because it's a safe pick mid. I fuck up the flash pretty hard. And then here's a good mistake to show. I used my binding on a minion because I wanted to get some hit point back. But he sees that my binding is down, so he takes advantage of that and all ends me under tower, which does suck. But I will say, I think like going Morello Nomicon was definitely a bad idea because I don't know, Rod of Ages seems like a better idea since I'm not rushing Zonias in this game. Well, until now, but yeah, Rod of Ages is a safer pick. Morello Nomicon, I eventually ran out of mana from this Echo split pushing, so maybe it actually was a bad idea. And also, Morello Nomicon gives cooldown reduction, and thinking about it, Morgana doesn't really need that stat, you know, she's all in or nothing, so might as well be tanky. And I learned a hard lesson in this game. I think someone in my chat actually mentioned they get Rod of Ages, and I agree. Also, I got a needless rod because I forgot Zonia's builds out of a Fiendish Codex and a Seeker's Arm Guard, and yeah, I don't think I'm playing mid lane anymore. I mean, I was auto-filled, but yeah, I can't do this shit anymore. But yeah, I think if I went Rod of Ages, I could have survived the split pushing Echo in the bottom lane, because otherwise he was just constantly pushing and I couldn't really clear because I was running out of mana. And also I'd be durable to not have been dived on in that like little dive earlier. Alright, you want to see a platinum play? I'll show you a fucking platinum play. Look at this, I go for the Wraith and oh, I'm stunned, oh, I'm ulted, oh, I'm stunned, and then I die for that Wraith. But that don't stop me, somehow I get 6 kills later in the game. And right here, I see a Nami, and I'm like, ooh, a kill. But then I fuck up here, because I'm like, oh wait, Vayne's actually down there. And I should have just kept going, so I wouldn't give her the kill. So I actually fucked up there, but you want to know what I did to get 7 kills and 2 deaths? Well, there was like a little bottom dive, and it went well for us, and I just got a triple kill and stole all the kills from my teammates. Now, is it worth for me to get shut down and to get 2 kills under the tower? Yes, it is. Also, there's one thing I noticed I use randomly, it's my W. I used it under tower for whatever reason, but I think I should have used it here when I all-in the enemy team under their tower, so I can heal a bit more since I'm doing more damage and all-inning, and as well as my team. But yeah, that dive was pretty fucking stupid. But it doesn't matter, we do this, and then we get the Baron, and then we basically win the game. Wait a second, they're contesting, So I really want to just burst this down and try and get rid of it before the enemy team cleans us up. And at least Janna and Lucian still have it, but yeah, I mean, it is a 4v3 with the Baron on our asses and Lucian isn't there, so maybe it wasn't the smartest call. But we get a pick on Kennen, and I do have GA, so I can go a little bit ham, although I do get knocked back, so I'm just like looking until I find someone to burst down, which is going to be the Vayne, and then I back off because I don't want to lose this GA. And now that we have the last inhibitor, we want to siege down the mid lane, but the thing is, we should not be engaging this at all because we have to wait until the super minions push in, and I see the TF is zoned off, so I definitely want to kill him, and I also see the Vayne, and I really want to kill her, and Lucian sees that I want to kill her, so he goes in as well because he kind of knows he's dead, and then I go for the cannon, I put it on my W, get some healing, and I can't get him, and my GA pops, but the thing is I have mana since I am reincarnated, so I just have to get out of here. Thankfully I have Merc Treads to get out of his stun, and I also have my Ghost, so it is very hard for him to catch me. Also, I don't want to go through the jungle because he gets a movement speed buff from that jungle, so no jungle for me. And now it's a 4v4 because our Lysandra plus Twisted Fate have died, and now we gotta face this 4v4. And you know, I'm thinking of going on Kennen, although like there's no one really in the front line I could kill. So that's why I go on Kennen, and there's no way I can get to the Vayne because, well, she's Vayne, she could probably 1v1 me even with Skirmisher's Saber, but now my team is looking to kill her. I'm looking for a pick on someone, but this team fight is not looking too good, and I say, wait a minute. Something's happening in the mid lane, a bunch of minions are there, and I say, you know what? Let's empower those minions and let's backdoor them and fuck this team fight, and I win the game. In the next game, I play Soraka, and let's just skip to the good part. Basically, we're very out of position to contest as Baron, and Jhin has died, so the Nunu wants to go for a steal, which is good. I mean, do you think it's a good idea to go contest against a Baron against a Nunu? Probably not. So we get the Baron, which is fine. And I'm just staying behind my front line, doing whatever, you know, they want to try and do. Once I see his Nunu, like, about to die, I use my ultimate, but I guess it wasn't needed there, as he's pretty tanky and none of my teammates have lost any hit point, but, you know, I've had some bad ultimates where it's better safe than sorry, and we somehow win the team fight. And now we do another team fight where the enemy team tries to initiate on us, which is kind of happening as the Nunu is a little bit forward, but I'm trying to heal him as much as I can. Now one thing I could work on is using my Mikhails when someone is CC'd, but it's just so hard and I just use it for basically healing, which is fine I think. And right here I could bait the Lucian a little bit because I have exhaust plus my ultimate still, so he actually gets baited in to dash forward, although we don't really have any follow-up, but I'm here to try and help the Nunu, which actually gets away. And now since I'm on the retreat, thankfully this Lucian doesn't have flash, he gets caught out. And now this Jax also doesn't have flash, which I'm a little scared of, but I'm still in the team fight, kind of. It's so risky to go close to this Nunu because I might die. But anyways, this game goes so late into the late game, and you can see we just got 2 inhibitors because our team fight was just way better, apparently. And now all we have to do is let the mid lane and top lane push with the super minions, but my team is super hypey to fight the enemy team, and Jhin and Twisted Fate aren't here, but holy shit, we're just going super far in, and then Fiora catches out a Braum, as you can see right here, but then she's about to take a lot of CC and damage, so her GA pops. And this silence was just used to zone out, and the Nunu is trying to zone them out in the back line, as you can see. And Lee Sin tries to 1v1 me, but he gets sniped out. And now this team fight is actually over because our tanks are down, and we're all just a bunch of squishies, so now we gotta protect our Nexus from the Bruiser and 2 squishies. The thing is, I'm super scared to be like, hey, let's fight them, because they can probably kill us. I mean, Syndra can one-shot someone, but also we have no Nexus towers, and I have a GA, and I'm like, wait, we have to contest this, because they can just straight up ignore us and probably win the game. So I probably should have just suicided and forced something, but yeah, this is I mean, I guess I should have just suicided into them and just tanked for my team, but I've never heard of a Soraka doing something like that, I guess, I don't know. But that would probably be the right call in this situation. It was just a suicide, and hopefully make the enemy team suicide on me, so my team doesn't take the focus and maybe they would pick someone off, I don't know. This next game we're being pressured, and I say, hey, you know what, let's go for a little initiation on this Malphite. So I knock him back into my tower, which ends up my team getting a kill on him, and then I see my E is coming back up, and I'm like, you know, if I land the E on the Syndra, I could probably kill her. But wow, that was actually a really bad decision because I don't think my team was there to follow up, plus you know, a Vayne and Tahm Kench were zoning my team off, so yeah, that was actually a pretty bad and greedy play. And you know, there's a possibility of Lee Sin coming. And now we really want to take this tower, but you can see the enemy team wants to engage on us. I'm trying to zone off the enemy team, but I decide to peel for my team since they're being focused really hard. And once they see this team fight is not looking too hot, I say let's get the fuck out of here. I mean, if I were bronze, I'd probably go back in that team fight and just suicide and tank for my team, but I really want to live. And some of my teammates die. I say, you know what, maybe we can re-engage right here. So I go into Syndra, and now I have to flash out, but they do have the movement speed to chase me and I die. Was it worth doing something like that? I don't think so, because it does bait my team into going back in where, you know, the Janna dies, and to be honest, it's hard to say if we kept running away, would we have gotten out? Probably not, we'd probably be chased down. So I think my team decided it was a last resort idea to go back in. And now my team is being caught out, so I want to zone out some of the enemy's backline from getting to my front line, and Syndra uses her ultimate on me, which is pretty good. Now I see the Malphite has divin in, and I have to peel for my Ezreal, and he actually gets away, so I made a right choice here. Now the Vayne wants my ass as well, but she is just inches off from auto-attacking me. And right here is another risky E I probably shouldn't do, and I should probably just focus whoever's in my backline. I tried to get the Vayne, she flashes out. Thankfully I live, but if I kept going in and she didn't flash out, I probably would have died. But then my team goes for the Vayne and they die, and then I see Ezreal wants her as well, so, you know, I'm just like, hey, maybe we should go for her. I'm thinking that she's recalling right here, but she's actually forward, so, okay, now I gotta go around here. And it's actually pretty risky to go for because, well, maybe something like this could happen. But yeah, I think after Echo and Janna dying to the Vayne, we probably should have just reset and waited for, I don't know, the enemy team to like siege or something, and we just hold off and wave clear, even though we don't really have wave clear. I don't know, it's a really hard thing to say because after those two died, they would have a possibility of doing Baron 3v5. But yeah, this little shenanigans on Vayne is basically what caused us to throw this game, I guess. And yeah, after that, it's very hard to deal with a Vayne, a Syndra versus our team comp, which is not really late game, so we lose the game. This next game was a wake-up call, and I'll tell you why in a second. So right here is an ARAM, and I'm not using my ultimate because I don't want to use a, do a one-man ultimate. I want to do like 2 or more. So I'm just waiting for that moment, and that's what I think I should do. But the enemy team has so much poke that we are just getting chunked down, and it's scary for me to use my ultimate on one person because I feel like that's not perfect enough, but I'm holding on to it for so long that like maybe I should go for that one-man ultimate. And I feel like I shouldn't do it on Sivir because she has a spell shield. So I'm waiting maybe until our Thresh gets a hook or something, but I guess I was holding on to my ultimate for so long that we got poked out. And yeah, basically what this team fight taught me was probably use my ultimate and be the initiator like I usually do in the jungle. Like if I was playing Malphite jungle, I definitely would have ulted sooner. But I'm pretty self-conscious whenever I'm in an off role and I let my teammates do the decision making for me, which probably is not the best idea. But now with that little wake-up call from my teammates, it's time for me to actually think for myself instead of letting teammates think for me and be more confident in my off roles. So that is actually something I took to heart. And now thanks to this, whenever I play like other roles, I will be a little bit more vocal and have a louder voice in my decision making and the chat. Unfortunately, it is a little too late to realize that for this game to be winnable, and we lose the game. In the next game, I have Ninja Tabi because we're facing a Gnar, Yasuo, and Ezreal, and Zac is some magic damage, but not too much. But yeah, so I'm playing Ashe, we skip to the late game, and you can see it's 22 kills and 11 deaths for us. And now we're trying to prepare for the Baron. But then this Poppy goes for a solo thing and basically suicide. So now we're in a pickle, and this Gnar is kind of zoning me off. I'm just auto-attacking whoever I can see, which is going to be a Gnar kind of. But when I'm on AD carry, I can't really make the decisive call for myself. I mean, I'm a little bit scared of Mega Gnar and CCing me, but like I should learn when the team fight is over and we have lost, and when to run and get out. Because this Poppy play actually cost us the Baron, so yeah, I mean, now the enemy team has Baron and we're trying to defend the bottom lane, but then I get Gnar ulted, which I could have flashed out of, but I'm just not used to some reactive mechanic like that. And yeah, I probably would have survived, I'll be honest here, if I flashed, but I'm just not that good of an AD carry. And even if I flash, I think our team still would have lost. Now, in the next game, I get Baron, and then I troll, and then I die to Gangplank, and then our super fed MF gets a little overambitious and dies, and then I say, hey, okay, I guess that we're going on this Kog'Maw, and then we all die. And then since we have a shitty late game, we lose the game. How unfortunate. Now in the next game, I got shat on in a laning phase, but I am making more decisive decisions for myself and thinking when it's a good time to go in. So I feel like my team wants to fight here, of course, and I say, okay. I get a little caught up, but my team is here, so I say, let's go in. And once the Taric ult is popping down, I say, it's a little risky for me to keep going in. But we do trade 2 for 2, which is decent because we're behind. And then right here, Cassiopeia dies, but I'm like, ooh, 3-man ultimate. This looks pretty good. But it wasn't good because it's just me and Jhin fighting a 3v2, which is very hard to do. So maybe the smart decision was to just say, let's back off and let Cassiopeia die, and maybe just stall until she respawns. Either way, I don't like this game, so basically, the reason I lost this game, honestly, was my laning phase. It wasn't too good. It was pretty shit, and if I did good in the laning phase, I probably would have won because the Echo started split pushing and got a lot of towers. The next game, I played Kha'Zix, and I feed. Let's get right into it. But then I win. Easiest game of my life. Next game I play Graves, and this Jax at level 1 comes here for some reason, and eventually he dies. And then I go bot lane, and the Zilean actually has his flash up, but didn't flash the Morgana binding, so in my opinion, I don't think I should have deserved this kill, but with this pressure, I say I'm gonna go to his jungle. And contest his blue, which I can do because, well, I take no damage from the blue, but he jumps over to take the little golem, and now, he wants to duel me, I guess, so I go all in for him. And I'm like, maybe I can duel his Varus, so I say, time to kill him as well. And we get his flash, but I'm feeling a little overambitious to all in him even more. Unfortunately, I forgot about Zilean respawning, so I die. Actually, I missed my E over the cliff, but no one saw that. And no one sees that I die. And then I come to the top lane because my Lee Sin asked for it, and you know, he's level 3, I'm level 4. And the Riven is level 5, so this is actually a little bit sketchy for me, but luckily she has not warded, and she's rather squishy, and there's no counter gank, so we get a kill onto her. I wouldn't say I would have done that gank if it weren't for my Lee Sin pinging me, but yeah, I guess it was decent, but like, I feel like we wouldn't have gotten a kill on her because, I don't know, she's very mobile, but it did work out in the end. And you can see I'm snowballing quite a bit off those 2 kills I got earlier. And then I come bottom because I see, well, Varus is overextending, and I put my Ghost right about here, just because Ghost lasts for 10 seconds, and I get stunned, but I'm like, he's still dead, don't need to use my ultimate on him. Gonna save it for maybe the Zilean who might die, and apparently he doesn't have his ultimate, but even if he did ult, it wouldn't have mattered. Now right here, I actually go for the dragon, but I think it would have been better to go for the tower, although I am a little bit scared of maybe the jungler coming because I'm quite low, but honestly, I think the tower is better than the dragon. And I also do have a Morgana and Lucian protecting me if the Jax jumps on me. So this might have been a mistake I made in this game that I didn't really quite notice when playing the game. Like, we got a double kill in the bot lane, and you know, that actually screams, hey, free tower for us. But what I was thinking was, hey, Ocean Dragon, heal me, bitch, because I got the machete and the talisman to heal me up. And also my E gives me a lot of resist, so I guess that's good, but yeah. And now there's a little skirmish in the top lane, and I want to chase the enemies up there, but then Anivia kills the Jax, which means I have to stay to kill the Jax that might get away, so I just kind of got fucked over a little. Because the Jax looked like he wanted to, I don't know, fight us, and while he was trying to fight us, I wanted to kill the enemies who were trying to get away. Now right here, I actually have no idea what we're doing. There's like 4 of us mid, and there's possibly 5 enemy team members mid, so yeah, we could get collapsed on, and Lucian isn't even here, so it's a really bad idea for us to just be in this area in general, and ooh, what a throw. But then I come back mid a little bit later with an intent of killing everyone in this team fight, so that's what I try and do. I pop my molly, and the only one I actually get is going to be the Jax. Well, actually, I'm powerful enough to get 2 enemies, so that's good. And you guys are probably wondering, why did I go Phantom Dancer instead of like the armor penetration build? I thought about it, I'm like, you know, Jax has some armor, and actually I have no idea why I went the Phantom Dancer build. I think I just want to have some fun, to be honest, but the Ghost Blade into Phantom Dancer build I usually do if I feel like the enemy team is squishy, and then sometimes I realize, oh wait, they're not squishy, so I transition into the crit build. And yeah, the enemy team actually wants to contest this Baron, in which Riven goes in, but she gets exhausted. She does get a kill, but now there's no more execute coming from the enemy team, so I can smite for a 90% chance to get it. And you know, I'm not going to say that this game's over, but it's somewhat over. I mean, we're diving and getting this tower, and enemies are dying. Okay, it's over. And yeah, back at it again with the Master Tier. Pants are shit, I'm your guy, but yeah, I know it doesn't make sense how I have less LP than the last game, but basically what happened was, let's just say I didn't record some games because I fucked up. But that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, we play Skarner, and we're going to be social experimenting in the jungle to see what kind of junglers are good and just testing new shit. So make sure you're there for that episode. If you guys did enjoy this episode, make sure to leave a like. If you didn't, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I am Panzer Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time.